Hello friends! There were 2 petrol and 1 diesel engines to choose from. The power of the 2-liter gasoline unit is 150 horsepower and the 2.5-liter 192 horsepower. Available since 2013. A 2.2-liter turbo diesel with a 2-stage boost develops 175 horsepower. The gas distribution mechanism of all motors is driven by a reliable chain. The mechanical part of gasoline engines raises no objections, but the equipment fails from time to time. For example, the ignition coils of the 2-liter Skyactiv G. Coils have to be changed after 50 to 100,000 kilometers. Often the oil pressure sensor leaked. As a result, during the inter-service run for careless owners, the oil level could drop to critically low values. And since there is no level sensor, the oiler lit up when the amount of oil was no longer enough to create working pressure. Surprisingly, after replacing the sensor and replenishing the oil supply, not a single engine went into overhaul. It is worth noting that engine oil leaks were also observed from under the valve cover, from under the timing cover, and through the upper sensor in the valve cover. Diesel engines assembled before September of 2013 turned out to be seriously flawed. After 50 to 100,000 kilometers, premature wear of the exhaust camshaft was sometimes found. In a running case, the engine stalled and traction periodically disappeared. It is possible to determine the defect only after opening the valve cover. Moreover, the service could sentence the turbocharger and the vacuum brake booster. Only the Mazda CX-5 with a 2-liter petrol unit could be either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. In the latter case, the rear wheels are connected when the front wheels slip using an electronically controlled multi-plate hydraulic clutch. Force blocking is not provided, and off-road the clutch quickly overheats. In general, the transmission is quite reliable. Only a few owners were faced with leakage of oil seals and repair of the coupling. A 6-speed manual transmission relied exclusively on front-wheel drive versions. A 6-speed automatic was available in any modification. The mechanics is not widely used. There were no systematic problems with it, but there were episodes with knocking out gears. The reason is premature wear of the gear and synchronizer clutch. The Aisin FW6A-EL assault rifle is considered unkillable. However, a number of boxes overtook the failure of the bearing pressed into the housing. A hum appeared. The bearing is changed along with the automatic transmission case. Closer to 100,000 kilometers, the automatic selector switch wears out. On the move, the Mazda CX-5 will please you with handling, cornering stability, and sharp steering, but the smoothness of the ride is unlikely to appeal to passengers. On uneven surfaces, the crossover shakes noticeably. Suspension is represented by McPherson struts at the front and multi-link at the rear. The rear silent blocks of the front levers wear out after 50 to 100,000 kilometers. A little later, the front wheel bearings are surrendered. The rear hubs run over 150,000 kilometers. Replacing shock absorbers, front or rear, may be necessary after 100 to 150,000 kilometers. After 80 to 130,000 kilometers, the silent block of the rear gearbox pressed into the rear axle subframe could also break. In the official service, the silent block is changed along with the subframe. Traces of corrosion on the CX-5 body iron have not yet been noticed. The quality of the paintwork also does not cause serious complaints. A number of owners are faced with the appearance of whitish coating on the inner surface of the headlights with LED lights. An attempt to clean the glazing with a special kit on magnets led to scratches. In the end, a modernized headlight with a new seal was installed under warranty. It was that seal which previously contributed to the pollution of glass. The power mirrors often require attention. They fail due to wear of the plastic gear. Among the claims is the driver's seat, which eventually begins to play. It's all about the frame fastened with rivets that loosen. Often the seat heating fails. The heater burns out. The leather on the seats and steering wheel does not differ in durability. Owners had to file complaints about malfunctions in the head unit of the audio system and the trunk release button, noise from the heater fan, and the failure of the rear view camera. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.